Brilliant.
Mrs O joins us now. Hiya, Sharon.
Good morning.
It's so
good
lovely
morning.
to have you on the
So
show.
nice to see you.
This must be nice having a reunion, you two. I just was watching you both having the longest hug. I was so jealous.
Well, Sharon, let me
Was it
tell you,
lovely?
before we start, Sharon, and I don't want to embarrass you, but when I first started on X Factor, it was 2007, I was so green. I've been doing Big Brother, but X Factor was like, you know, huge deal.
It was huge.
And I start on my first day, it's at the Arsenal Stadium, it's like, absolutely, like, really full on. And the judges are just, you know, everything happens so quickly and people keep getting sacked all the time. So I was like, oh, how am I going to survive this? And this one was just like, honestly, she was like a second mum to me. She just properly
Sharon.
welcomed me in, arm around the shoulder, and I'll never thank you. Like, what you did for me on that show is immeasurable, so thank you, Sharon.
Oh, please. You were just
Seriously.
such a joy to work with. We had a good time.
And then,
didn't we?
as we got on, like, we got to know each other, and then as the years got on, you a bit more comfortable, then we just had fun. Like, we had a lot.
Every Saturday night was
Did
our
you?
dinners.
For dinner.
He's a bit naughty, isn't he? Yeah.
But great at choosing restaurants.
Yes.
Always the
really
best.
good at that. Really good.
Thank
Look at
you, Sharon.
Well, you probably won't remember when you first met me because I was doing a behind the scenes on X Factor, and they said, right, Alison, you're going to do an audition. And I
Yeah.
said, well, let the judges know
Yeah.
that it's a joke and I'm not really auditioning. They went, no, we're not going to tell them.
No.
Here's what happened. I've never been so nervous in my life. This is the first time we met. Have a look at this.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, I've got better things to do with my time.
Mustang selling now, baby.
This is just a
wind-up.
wind-up.
Well, you better slow.
Alison. Right, Louis, yes or no?
No!
You being serious, Louis?
Sharon.
100%.
No, Alison.
Thank you, Alison.
No.
Guys, you wouldn't know talent if it slaps you in the face.
But excuse me, who is this lady?
Who is this lady?
Who is this lady? Oh, you're such a baby!
That was so... You know, you can see the nerves on my face because it turned into something real. They were, like, really, like, debating whether I was going to go through. I was like,
Really
guys,
critiquing
I'm
you.
just doing a behind the scenes. This is not real. It was
So have you
great,
seen each
though.
other since then?
I think we've seen each other a
Because
couple of
this
times.
should be a special
I think we
relationship.
saw each
I mean, it's
other...
Mrs O, like Mrs H, and the West Midlands thing. I should really just opt out of this for the next 10 minutes because, you know...
Well, let's talk about this new podcast because
Go on.
there's been a 5 years hiatus. You're back together. There's no holds barred, if we're honest with you. And it must be so lovely because you can control this. No one else is controlling it. You're producing. I know Jack takes a lot
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
But you have the control over this, don't you?
Yeah. And it's just, it gives you that freedom,
Yeah.
you know. And what I can fire myself now. So it's great. I don't have to wait
Making
for
that
somebody
change.
to do it. Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
But it's also nice to have the family back together. It must be a lovely opportunity that we're all together in one room. It must be so lovely.
It's comfortable. It's family, you know.
And I guess, Sharon, as well, it's evolved because obviously you're not talking about the same stuff and you're not living as a mother and a grandmother. Now your life has evolved from the Osbournes back then.
Yeah.
And you're talking about different issues, different stages of your life. That must be nice.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I'm on my last chapter, really, and so it's like I just look at my kids and I'm like, you've got no idea, kids. You know what I'm saying? What's waiting round the corner for you two? And it's you're kind of like calmer.
Yeah.
And you just like now it's like I just like to like study people. I look at them and I'm like, yeah, what are you all about? Ain't you?
Yeah.
And I do the same with the kids.
Yeah.
And what do you make of your kids? When you look at them, what do you think? Are you proud? I know you're proud of them, and I know you're a grandmother now. But what do you actually think of them? Do you look up to them? Do you see them as...
Yeah, I do. I look up to them, and you know, it's look at them.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Just it's exciting because they're, you know, I'm on my last chapter. They've got so many more chapters to go through, and it's just exciting seeing them, you know.
Do you know what I love?
change and grow.
When you know, I don't know them well, but I've met them a few times, and they're just good people.
Yeah, they're good
and you know, and that's a testament to you and Ozzy because the world they've grown up in with fame and rocks, and you know, they're stadium kids. You know,
They're very down to earth.
Yeah.
And you know, they're not entitled. They're
No.
just very down to earth.
They are down to earth, because I bumped into your son, Jack, in LA, as you do. I was doing something for This Morning.
Did you?
And I bumped into him. He went, Alison, come in my house. He literally invited me into his house, yeah. I had some food. I was sitting around. I went into the back garden. I was chilling out with him.
Oh.
He came for a drive with us. He was so welcoming. He's just, like, so normal.
He is.
So
He is
normal.
so normal.
Saw the grandkids. They're gorgeous.
Oh.
Do you love being a grandmom?
I love it.
You can give them back as well, can't you?
I want to kidnap them.
Do ya?
But it's like one of the best things about getting older
Yeah.
is your grandkids.
Yeah.
And to be surrounded again by that, you know, innocence is just fabulous.
Where do you find yourself where you are now, Sharon? Because you sort of alluded to it there. You're sort of in a stage where you just want quite a calm life
Just
now.
chill.
Which must be quite a change for you, because you're always the centre, the matriarch in this maelstrom going on behind you, managing Ozzy's career, you know, which is obviously so frenetic back in the day. You've got the 2 kids, you've got the whole MTV thing going on, then you're on X Factor, and you've got a huge career in the States. Like, do you hanker after that anymore, or is it now you just want a bit of tranquility?
Oh, yeah. Everything I ever wanted to achieve, I've achieved.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my place in the world. I'm happy with my life and what I've got. So it's not like I'm, like,
Driving
thirsty for
anything.
more.
Yeah.
I'm, like, really content with what I've done in my life. So I'm like, I'm just fine.
Yeah.
I know you say you're in the last chapters, but how stunning do you look? You're absolutely gorgeous. You look so much younger than you are, honestly.
It's the start of the 3rd act is all it is, come on.
It's like she's starting her first chapter,
Yes.
honestly.
Get
you're so
out
good.
of here.
And you've got loads of special guests on this podcast. It's not just the family, is it?
No, yeah. I mean, yes, we do have guests and friends, you know, that are all in the industry and that, and they come on, and it's just, you know, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
It's really
You know, the lovely
comfortable.
thing when we did Judges' Houses, you would always, like, you go. It was only ever Sharon and Simon's house that
Yeah.
we went to that were their genuine houses, and with Simon, you'd be upstairs half the day asleep, right? And then you know, but with Sharon, you went into a home. Do you know what I mean? You were always welcomed into a
Yeah.
home, and there were always so many people there who were, you know, yeah, sure, part of your team, but part of the family.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And that's what... Hopefully we're part of the family now. Is this
Yes.
one part of the family?
Yes.
Oh.
Come on. I mean, after that audition,
Who is she?
who is that lady?